Krunker developers are finally speaking out. A lot of people may have seen this message in Krunker Bunker, which I will be breaking down in part of this video. However, the other part is actually going to be about this video that was uploaded by North American Competitive Krunker. This is a lot of information because it is a half-hour video and it is practically a chapter book. However, guys, I watched the video twice, so I'll try and break down the most important parts, in my opinion, for you guys. We're going to start with the messages and end with a few clips from the video. Starting with this part of the message, they also emphasize this in the video. However, it is just saying that the back end of Krunker is not well maintained. I've talked to people, it's held together by like paper clips, you know? So they have to work on that before they actually work on other problems that you guys might actually see. That is the main point of the message that they sent, which is shown even more by this part. They break down this part of the message into two different sections, the stuff they have to do and the stuff they actually want to do. The stuff they have to do are fundamentally overhaul our server infrastructure so it's fast to roll out / roll back, scalable and auto-scaling with demand, rebuild player account management to close security holes, and rebuild significant parts of Social Hub to close security holes. And the stuff they actually want to do is bring out new seasons with substantial content and bring just new awesome game features. They say you won't notice too much, if anything, because what they're really doing is just working so that it'll be easier for them to work on it and have a few less issues. Probably the biggest part of this message though is that they've confirmed Season 8. However, they say it won't happen until sometime in 2025, which is at least 3 months away. These last two messages here, you'll actually see they're from Glenn and not Brian. He's part of the Krunker team. He doesn't consider himself a game developer, but you'll actually hear him later in this video through some of the clips. These messages don't say too much that I can personally cover. However, it does show that they're slightly working on it with these servers. Moving on to the video, in this video you'll see Glenn, whose messages you just saw, talking with some of the NAC admins. I'm going to show clips and then give my opinion or some insight on them. However, if you want to watch the actual video, I'll put it in the comment section down below.
We're gonna host monthly tournaments from now on. We have a good amount of sponsors compared to like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. They're all willing to invest like $100 to $200 per event, and we have multiple. So we're gonna have a monthly tournament this October, which all of you guys know is on the 28th, 2 weeks from now.
As you guys can see there, they've actually gotten sponsors for NAC, which is really great. I'm personally not really involved in the competitive scene, but the competitive scene is a big part of Krunker, and I do like to watch it sometime.
What currently is working on now that I can tell you about is the infrastructure changes. So this is stuff from me and one of my colleagues in my team. We've stepped out of our usual kind of day-to-day work to work on some Krunker architectural things. Is anything to do with game servers, specifically like what they run on, how they get scheduled.
This just reiterates the point of what they were saying in their messages about how they need to work on the back end in the architecture of Krunker before they work on any other changes to the game.
For recently, it's now just one Krunker team now that we've absorbed IO. Brian's hired a lot recently, like in the last month.
Now this is one of the main points from the video, guys. They're actually hiring more people, and the people who are working on Crunkstrike are being transitioned over into Krunker.io. I'm pretty sure they're going to still work on Crunkstrike because it's definitely making a little money. I just don't believe it's making enough money for it to be worth it.
Like, we've not been that involved in IO at all in the last 2 years. If at all, like the back-end stuff I don't think has been touched at all from FRVR. So
this clip I just thought was a little funny. They did not work on Krunker.io at all, like not even on the back end, not even a little bit during these last years. So that is just a funny note that I want to put in here.
My understanding is that the new community manager, who you guys will be introduced to fairly soon, will step in to all of that. And what I can tell you is that the competitive side is going to be like Brian is pushing it to him as a priority.
This is another crazy thing because we're going to be getting a new community manager, which has not been announced and was not told to us in the message before. Now there's not a release date on when this community manager is going to be announced to us or exactly who it'll be. However, we at least have the information that we'll be getting one.
Used to be. Brian's already reached out to like old skin creators and stuff. Some of you in the community probably know this already, but like people are already like existing contributors, like or previous historical contributors to the game are already being reached out to re-engage, to see if they're still interested in working on it again. So
It's great that they're reaching out to the skin creators just because they're a big part of the community and they provide some of the coolest skins that you'll see in the game. I know that this video has been pretty long, guys. However, it would be a lot longer if you decide to go watch the video and read the message yourself. However, I do urge you to do that. It'll be in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, you can let me know any of your thoughts on this situation. And make sure to join my Discord server where you can stay up to date on everything that I'm doing.